a vein of talc, pump up some machinery up there, I guess, to lower it. But this is a large mine opening here. I like this. Probably a dissatisfied worker. Look at the beam holding up that rock. Okay, here's the mine. Let the GoPro settle in. Wow. Look at those beams. I'm not sure I'd work here in this mine. Look at the ceiling up here. I mean, that's not exactly engineered beam support. I don't know what the hell that is. Wow. Okay, off to the main area. Well, let's see. Okay, there's the house. And the source of this water, we'll go there next. Of course, now it's a drought area, and there won't be any water coming down. There we go. You see the black pipe and the enormous, this looks like a tamarask tree. Disgusting, horrible tamarask. Okay, let's turn and go this way first. It's called a swamp cooler. Primarily evaporation of water. Work shed. Got our lawyer sign here, asbestos. 2 sinks. Now this apparently is the dining room. Cans, oh boy, extra heavy mayonnaise. Heart attacks welcome at any time. Another asbestos sign, electrical of course. Space heater, that can kill you easily. There's a hole up here. Well, that's okay construction. I would use a 2x6, but that's okay. Another room. There we are on the outside. And the reason for this resort is this warm swimming pool. Now that fed this swimming pool. And actually that spring, water was, like I said, 80 degrees, and it flowed about 5 gallons per minute, which, about 190 liters. Now, there's an Indian called Panamint Tom. Quite famous native Indian, actually, Shoshone, another breed. And he actually had a farm at the end of Johnson Canyon, which we haven't visited to because it's a miserable road, and our current vehicle is not conducive to that. Anyway, he grew 150 fruit trees here at the end of 1880s. Now, I don't know where, but... And then, in 1897, at 9 a.m. in the morning, a massive flood zapped the whole thing. Kapoot's gone. And that eliminated the orchard, and 11 Indians worked on that orchard. It's kind of sad. Okay, then we have Louise Grantham and her little partner, Ernie. They started mining talcum here. Let's see. Mining talcum here, and more talcum, and more talcum, and more talcum. And eventually they became, well, I should say, she became the talcum queen. Well, look at that tree. Okay, there's a branch going across, down. Apparently it collapsed. Smashed into the pool, which they cut it off. Anyway, back to Louise. She ended up owning 11 talcum mines here, producing 830 tons of talcum, and she was rich. And then in 1872, she sold to Johns-Mansville, who continued another 15 years, etc., etc. Of course, I'm sure the miners working in the mines. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Just look at the trunk of that tree. One branch fighting every other branch for sunlight. And you can see the pipes coming down here for the water. Imagine the size of this pipe here. That would be for the orchard. Alrighty, now here are the guest rooms. Nothing fancy, concrete block. Actually well-laid concrete block. Asbestos warning. Run for your life. We'll go around the corner and have a peek inside. Well, oh, now they have a hantavirus warning here. Oh, boy, where did all this field come from? Okay, hantavirus is very real. It's a product of rodent droppings, little poops, that vaporize as dust, getting your lungs, and you got a 30% chance of dying, 100% if you don't get to a doctor quickly. Oh, obviously a mass kitchen here. Oh, there's a hantavirus advisory. I knew there'd be one. This looks like a cold storage unit. Can't open it, it's blocked. Okay, back outside. Little closet. Look at the debris. Apparently that was a full-size door at one time. And it's always nice to look at ceilings, isn't it? I'm assuming these are little wasp nests. They look like wasp nests. Okay, let me duck under here. Ugh. Now here's an overflow from that spring, or that is a spring itself. Let's walk up. Here you see some hoses going up and back to capture it. Anyway, there's a spring. And let me touch the water. And it's not, maybe 80 degrees. Okay, back down. Hoses, water. I'm sure you can drink it. It's probably better than the city water by far. Doesn't have chlorine, fluorine, blorine, all that chemical stuff. Okay. Air conditioning, swamp cooler again. Swamp cooler only works when humidity is under 40%. Ah, this must be the plush rooms. Screens in, Uh-oh, Bessis, run for your life. God, you know what? I mean, if I can think of something. I think there's one lawyer for every 300 people, is it? Or no, every 3 people in the United States. It's an incredible ratio. And I looked up China. You can probably count them on your hands and feet. That's what happens. That's why there aren't many lawyer schools in China, I assume. Okay, another huge tree. Magnificent tree. Alrighty, I think this is the end of our tour. Okay, this is about 100 yards north of the house, and there's a little trail that leads through, or the road goes by. This is actually a fantastic piece of equipment. Gold in this area, wow. Wow, heavy wind came up all of a sudden. So I found this quiet place. Okay. That machine is a fabulous machine enhancement. It's called arrastra. It's a Spanish word pronounced like, I don't know, arrastra? No, that's an actor. Arrastra. Okay. As you can see, the big boulders down there. Oh, the wind's quieted down. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 big boulders with a hole in them. And you can see these 4 4x4s. So from that 4x4 was a chain attached to a hook on that rock. And all this would do, as you can see the worm gear up there, is spin that entire ensemble around and around and around across those rocks. Now there's a gold mine up here, it's called Goldfield. It's further west here, 10 miles. And they would bring their gold quartz rock here, and this machine would crush it into fine rock, hopefully exposing the gold, which then can be mined. Now, this machine, I'm not sure how this, okay. Obviously, this is a belt putty here. Camshaft, pump, another shaft. Wow. Trying to understand the principle here. You would obviously back up your truck with your rocks and dump them here. And they would flow down there. Okay, that machine looks like one where you put your small rocks and the water would flow over that. It's called a sluice. Oh, okay. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's a tank. And you'd put your rock, after it's been pulverized, you put it in here, and that would circulate it around, removing all the dirt and grime, and leaving only hopefully pure gold, which it doesn't. But the gold normally settles to the bottom. And let's see. Somehow you want to get it into here so water flows down, so the rocks and everything flow down, but the gold is trapped by those bars. I'm not sure how that's done. Let me walk down here a little bit. I hate this. Made it so far. No snakes yet. Watch out for the snakes. Oh. What does this say? "991 Plateau Zero Belt Oiling Thread something." Can't quite read that, maybe later on. As you can see, the ore would come across down here, and this would be, see that? So this whole assembly would shake back and forth. But Okay, somehow got something up there and come down here into here. The gearing and the belting. This is it's quite amazing. Wish there was a video explaining how all this worked. Okay, let me climb up here, avoiding all snakes. Okay, that's fine. 3 tourist cars came up here. Circle around and left. You gotta love these car tours. That's all we have here. Oh, by the way, little panorama here. There's the warm springs. There's the huge trees fed by a spring that comes off that mountain. There's the talc mine. Okay, Bugs Bunny. That's all, folks.